part of the Navina Systems range, I use Navina Classic, which actually, when I first saw it, it was, you know, I mean, who wouldn't be excited by a lovely little box? There are certain elements of the Navina Classic that I felt very unique to Navina Classic, because there were things that were important to me as a tie user. Even down to the you know, some days I may have my dexterity isn't as good as it can be living with MS, and even down to the catheter, it's got like sort of rubber ridges across the top that enabled me just to grip it easier. And I'm like, oh, what's that? And I'm shouting David from the bathroom saying, you know, there's ridges on the catheter packet. Thought I was barking mad at the time. It sort of opened for me in a very, very easy way, which I found, oh, okay then. And this is where I get the term special from, and important, because it demonstrated to me that my bowel issue was being taken seriously, and the little things that make a difference to me, I found were being put in front of me more and more often as I went on to use the system, and it makes a huge difference in someone's life, really, that has to use this product every other day, every day, and you know, whatever your bowel routine is. But the other thing, I'm very, very clumsy, and I do drop things quite often. Is I opened it and I'm like, oh my Riley, there's a lanyard with it. I would have never have dreamed of putting a lanyard on an irrigation system. But it really does help me as a person, because I've got enough to think about and concentrate on when I'm going to the loo, i.e. my mobility. You know, just to pop it round my neckles. I forgot actually a few days I've been sitting in the lounge watching catch-up TV, and I've actually forgot I've had the lanyard around my neck. It's a lot smaller than I thought it'd be. I'd seen pictures of it previously, but as you can see, it's probably, on the face of it's a lot smaller than my mobile phone, or almost, and there's no weight to it, so I don't have to manhandle a heavy instrument, if you like, to irrigate. Another thing that I found quite exciting about Navina Classic was the actual water bag itself. I mean, it doesn't even look like a water bag, to be honest. It's just, that is it. You fill it up to the top with water, fasten the lid, and I'll just pop it on the floor the side of me on the loo. The thing that I love about the Navina Classic is the fact that the tubes are separate. They're individual, which for the type of product it is, thrills me actually, because I can swill the tubes out should I feel the need to at any given point in time. The tubes are all colour coded, as you can see. We have dark blue and a dark blue there, and they fit in relatively easily with a twist. In fact, exceptionally easily. And then we have the dark blue, as we see, goes in there. The second tube, which has the light grey, which goes into the second one of the unit and fits into the catheter. You can see that the catheter are different shape ends, and quite conveniently fit straight into there. And then you can start to use the catheter. Has a substance on it which is almost like a lubrication, and to activate it, it just needs to be covered in water. You can see from the handset we have the water button, so that just remains down, and then we have the blue for the water, and as you can see, the water's going. Just press that, which is very, very comfortable to use, and as you can see, the water has very usefully covered the catheter with just a couple of pumps of the handset. The catheter's then removed, ready for insertion. Once you've inserted the catheter, okay, you use the switch up which turns the water off, and you have this one here which you just press a couple of times, which is by the inflate button of the catheter, and this will just keep the catheter in place to enable you to instill the water. You click down, so you're now using the water, and as we can demonstrate there, just gently pressurising the balloon with as little pressure as I thought, to be honest. I was pleasantly surprised with the system. And we will irrigate. We have no water. We press the black button to deflate the balloon. That will then be removed and it's job done. For those of you thinking of trying Navina, what would I say to you? I'd say give it a go. It's just lukewarm water. In fact, a friend of mine recently visited me and had used my bathroom and saw a couple of tubes hanging over my chair in the bathroom, and asked what they were. Was I embarrassed to share my story? Of course not, because it's something that I personally am proud of with how far I've come within this journey of finding the right option to manage my bowels. And I did share my story briefly with her for a little while, and she actually said to me, well, thank goodness that you know, you're better now.